Alright, so I'm about to click the submit for review button. But real quick, there's been some changes to the course. And okay, let me just explain something real quick. I've been wanting to make a course this whole year. One of the driving forces of even creating the YouTube channel in the first place was because I knew that if I created videos over and over and over again, I would get really good at articulating my points, and I could make a course that would be a course that I would have really wanted to take 2 years ago. I'm not making this course to get wealthy or earn a bunch of money. It's true that I want some income for it, but my main goal is to make something that would have been good for me. And what I needed 2 years ago was to be shown what is possible and some methods to do it, not a step-by-step guide to follow, because that's not how I work. And I understand that most people want step-by-step guides, okay? But that's not what this course is. This course is supposed to kind of just show. It's supposed to be a place that you can go to learn a whole bunch about dropshipping. And it's not going to be perfect at launch. It's going to take me probably a while of listening to feedback and fine-tuning it and redoing videos and adding more sections. It's going to be a work in progress, and it's something that, like, I've been pouring my heart into for 30 days, right? And, like, okay, and I'm telling you guys this because, like, Marc is in the core concept section. Him and I are talking together about this. But the other day, he just said that, like, this course is shit, nobody's going to pay anything for it, and that I'm going to completely ruin my YouTube reputation by publishing it. And I just, like, it's just not, like, okay, the reason I'm here is, like, living with Marc is because we have different philosophies and that we challenge one another, okay? And I don't want to come off the wrong way. Like, I absolutely adore Marc. I think he's an amazing person, and I really respect him and admire him. That being said, he's not perfect. And he has a tendency to think he's just being honest when really he's just being an asshole. Like, the purpose of this course has never been to get rich. And I've communicated that over and over and over again. This is for personal reasons for me. Publishing this course is not going to ruin my reputation. Worst case scenario, like, that it just doesn't do super well. Like, I have my reputation because I just put myself out there. That is what makes me who I am on YouTube. I just throw myself out there, and I'm completely straight up about that I'm ignorant, but I'm passionate. And I believe that I can motivate people and help people and change people's lives by showing them that this shit is possible. It's not a matter of if it's possible, it's a matter of are they going to do it, right? So that being said, as I go over this, you're going to see that, like, okay, well, the title changed and Marc's only in this section here. Basically what had happened is that, like, when I was in Grind Camp, I told him that I was working on a course, that I really wanted to make one. He was like, oh, let's make one together. And then I was like, oh, all right, he seems to want to do this. And then, like, I have to keep annoying him into, like, doing videos with me. And it just got to a point where it was just like, I had poured my heart into this for 30 days after practicing for 7 months to make this course. And then he puts off working on it, quickly overviews it, and then tells me it's shit, and then doesn't, like, make any content for it. And it just, like, it was just really frustrating for me. But I don't want you guys to think that, like, Marc and I are not, like, in a good place with each other or anything like that. I haven't been in too many YouTube videos just because I've been obsessing about this course. Like, that's the only reason. I'm still very happy with life and everything in this situation, but I just wanted to explain to you guys because this isn't really, like Marc's still gonna get he's getting half of the profit from this course, even though I did most of the work. He just sat down with me for, like, 2 hours to do some of these videos. But that's more so because I want to prove him wrong. I want to show him, look, like, there's no sense in me being scared of what's going to happen with this course. I need to publish it so that I have something to just keep working on and keep improving, because that's how I do things. That is what makes me, reiterating, going over and over and over and over and over again and getting better and better and better. And I really don't want to, I could work on this course forever and keep making it better. But what's the point if it's not available to people? I want to make it available now, and then the people will tell me their feedback, and the messages from people will tell me what I need to do to make the perfect course in the future. And maybe this course will become that course, or maybe that course is going to be something else. I don't know. So the course starts off with a quick introduction about like me and dropshipping, that kind of thing. And the introduction, instead of explaining what dropshipping is, I show an eBay listing, I show the Walmart page, I show an order, and then I place an order. And then it's like, hey, this is dropshipping. If this is interesting to you, then you should check out this course, right? And so then the core concept section is just Marc and I talking about our experience with all of these concepts here. And I think it's good to start with kind of some conversations, because that kind of eases the people who don't know much about dropshipping into it. They get some kind of immersion. They get to see two different philosophies. And that was supposed to be the whole point of the course, was that like, anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked about that. Moving forward, then there's a section about GSP. So this is something I've done a lot of YouTube work about, and it's showing that GSP is really valuable. It can bring a lot of income into your dropshipping business. It shows how to do it. It explains the warranty. It explains the good items to sell and the bad items to sell, and then also how to actually process a GSP sale, because a lot of people are really confused by that address line, right? So then this is the biggest section, and this is the understanding eBay section. So this talks about how to provide good customer service, how eBay account limits work, how to raise them, how eBay store subscriptions work, at what point should you get a bigger store, and all of that. And the distinction that just because you pay for a bigger store doesn't mean that you're going to get eBay account limits to use that store. So you shouldn't get a store until yada, yada, yada. I don't want to go into too much detail right now. How to deal with unpaid items and how to automate unpaid item cases so the unpaid items no longer affect you, how to enable out-of-stock options, the different ways to handle out-of-stocks, how to enable GSP, how to set up your business policies, which is your shipping policies, your return policy, and your payment policy. And then talking about how to keep your account from going below standard. There's only 2 things that will put your account below standard, so I go into detail about what those 2 things are and how to avoid them. And then there's also a section on being a top-rated seller. After that, we have a section on PayPal. This explains what PayPal jail is. It's something that all people will go through. And then it also talks about 2 things that a lot of courses don't talk about, and that's a PayPal withholding limit and a PayPal rolling reserve. These are 2 different kinds of limitations that can be placed on your PayPal account. And typically, PayPal jail is for brand new people. Withholding limit is like semi-matured accounts, and then rolling reserve is a more kind of permanent thing, right? So I'm probably always going to have a rolling reserve. I don't know if that's ever going to go away. And you'll be able to see more of this kind of stuff in the course. And so I do want to make one distinction, that a lot of this is stuff that I've talked about in YouTube, but my YouTube videos were practice videos for me to understand the concepts, so then I could make really efficient videos in the course, right? So there's a lot more kind of like goofing around and just inefficiency and lack of organization in my YouTube videos. I didn't use any of the YouTube videos in the course, but towards the end there were a couple videos that I recorded for the course and then just published to my YouTube just for the hell of it, but they were originally for the course, right? So then we have our profitability section. This is unchanged. This is profitability versus sales and cashback websites, how to use them, how to find gift cards, how to purchase gift cards, gift card databases, and how to get tax exemption, right? And then we have a section about making lists of items. This is the same I showed you guys in previous videos, where start by making lists of items. I encourage people, instead of finding an item and posting it, I encourage them to make lists of items that they like and then go do something else and then come back and then go through and post them. Compartmentalizing like that is a really good thing. So then I also show how to pull all of the URLs from a search result really, really quickly. And then I show 1,000 of my actual sales for the months of July, June, and August. You get to see the price, the name, and the picture. So you can steal it. You can do whatever you want. I know that this is something that adds value to the course, so I think it's something that's important. This is a longer video. It's like 30 minutes, but I really want to help people kind of demystify figuring out what to post by showing them, hey, in the months of July, June, and August, this is exactly what I sold, okay? Then there's a section on sources and suppliers. So here we have the sources and suppliers list and me going through that. This is the one that you've seen in the YouTube channel where it's an open source document for the community where anybody can add and edit it, right? And it has a list of over 300 different sources you can use. And then after that, we have videos, well, I did videos about Walmart, Home Depot, and Amazon. Walmart obviously is the more in-depth video because it's the source that I use exclusively. And then we have Home Depot and Amazon. I started off on Home Depot, but I don't know a whole lot about it, but I figured it'd still be beneficial to just explore Home Depot, show people how to navigate it, talk about the issues that I had using it and why I stopped using it, yada yada. And then also Amazon. Same thing. I don't use Amazon too much, but I do use it sometimes. It's a really cool source, but there's some workarounds you have to do, all that kind of stuff I talked about in that video. And then a video about how to use a VPN. So sometimes you can't access a US version of a website if you're in Switzerland or Latin America or Canada. So you can use a VPN to make it look like you are coming from the USA, so you'll see the US version of the website. And that's really easy to do using Opera, and it's free. You just download an internet browser that has a VPN built into it and click a button, and then boom, you're looking like you're from the US. It's really simple, so I show you how to do it in that video. Next section is about how to actually create eBay listings. So first I go over manual listing, which is what everybody kind of does when they first start, how to do that, my thoughts about it, that kind of thing. And then I talk about semi-automatic listing, and that's using Hydra Lister, how to use Hydra Lister to do the stuff manually but way quicker. And then listing variations is basically the same thing as semi-automatic, except showing how to list items that have variations using Hydra Lister, right? So then after that, we have the automatic listing, and that's what I do with bulk. So that's how to just queue items into Hydra, and then they just get posted, right? Then I have a video about bulk, and this is all about my business model and like what I've learned about what makes a good bulk item, what makes a bad bulk item, how to use bulk text editors, how exactly I create the list. So I show everything, how I go about coming from the search result and how to convert that search result into a list of URLs that search result contains and then post them to eBay, right? I show how I delete items, and then I talk about deleting items from SKUgrid and comparing CSV files and all of that kind of stuff. So that's all in that section. And then I also have a video at the end. This is a long video where it's just me looking at a source for the first time and then reacting, so you guys can kind of get a sense of what my mentality is when I'm evaluating whether a source is worth posting from, right? After that, we have, so this is all kind of like what I've learned about bulk, right? This section is like tutorials about bulk. And then this section is legit just straight up, this is me doing the work. So it's the 3 things I do. It's footage of me responding to customer messages. They're all kind of, these 3 or 4 videos are pretty long. They're like, this whole section is like an hour. So it's like showing exactly the work that I do every single day because I want to give people that experience, because that's something that I really missed when I took a course about dropshipping, is that a lot of it was all tutorials about specifically how to set things up and how to start, and it would just show like, oh, this is what you do, and imagine what this is like when you have more sales. Here's how you process a sale, but imagine. And so I try and take away the imagining part and just show you exactly what to do. And the reason most people don't share their stuff is because they don't want to share their sales with you, and they also don't want to share sensitive buyers' information. But since I do bulk, I can just share all my sales. I'm not worried about that. And also, because I can use blurring, I'm able to just blur out all of the sensitive information, so I don't have to worry about showing that to you guys because you can't read it, right? So I show you how I do returns and how to generate return labels and all of that kind of stuff. So there's some things, let's keep going. So then the last 3 sections are guest sections. So the section 12 is a section with Becky, and this is about how dropshipping is different when you are based in the UK or selling into the UK market, okay? So this has how, apparently, did you know that dropshipping in the UK, like most retailers don't actually provide you with a tracking number? It's like above and beyond when you order something and they send you a tracking number. Isn't that crazy? In the States, it's like pretty much required, but apparently over there, it's just not like that. And also, shipping is faster because England is just so much smaller that like typical shipping is like 2 or 3 days, whereas here it's 3 to 5 days. So that's really interesting, right? And then also a section about how GSP works when your business is based in the UK, and then also a section about some sources and suppliers that you can use as a UK dropshipper, okay? And then the second to last section is Carlos's section, and this section is in Spanish. It's just, you know, I was making this course and Carlos lives here as well, so I was like, why don't I put a section in here for the people who are taking this who, like, they know English, but Spanish is their first language, so it makes it easier for them to understand what dropshipping is and all that kind of stuff. But hint, hint, really it was just me trying to get Carlos to realize that there is a huge market for making a course in Spanish about how to dropship. Anyway, moving on. And we have the final video, and that's just me just being like, hey, cool, good job, you did this. And yeah, this is a work in progress. So the goal here is I wanted to get this course published, but this course isn't finished. I'm proud of what it is so far, and it is something that would be very useful to me. And I enjoyed making it, and I really tried to get that enthusiasm into the videos. But this is going to keep getting better and better and better. Every time somebody wants a section about something, I'm just going to keep adding it into the course, right? So right now, the course is missing 2 main things. One is a section about all the different kinds of software. And this is something that I was going to upload and do, but I feel that like it's something that I really want to take my time with and do properly, so I'm going to add it as we go. And it's what I'm going to be working on over the next week or 2. And then after that, we're going to have a section about kind of dealing with PayPal cases, because I don't have anything in here about how to deal with PayPal cases that get opened up against you, like chargebacks and all that kind of stuff. I have sections on how to deal with eBay cases, but not about PayPal cases. So, all right, guys. Now, moment of truth. We're going to scroll up, click submit for review. I actually don't know what happens here. Oh, okay. To maintain the trust and safety of the Udemy marketplace, you must verify your identity before your course can be submitted for review. This process only takes a few minutes. Thank you in advance for helping us maintain the integrity of our learning community. Okay? Start. Okay. Okay. I created. Yep. To complete verification, please select your country of residence and provide the information requested. Okay, so I'm actually living in Nicaragua right now, but that's probably going to screw things up. So I'm just going to tell them I'm living in the States and give them my old addresses, okay? Yes! All right. Continue. Oh. Ooh, what do we want our... Oh, crap. I did the wrong price. Okay, 1 second. Marc stressed me out, and I changed the price from 50 to $100, but I was just being insecure. I need to sell it for the price that I said I would sell it for, so I'm going to change that real quick. We're going to go to our price and coupons, and we're going to change this to $100. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, sweet. And I know that, like, okay, yeah, obviously I want to make it cheaper. But the thing is, like, I have to make sure that it's a little bit expensive so that when people pay for it, they actually go through with it. So I will give the course for free to some people, but it's going to take me a while to set that up. At first, it's just going to be $100, and yeah, all right. That's because of something. So I pay a lot of attention to David Dang Vu. And one of the mistakes he made that I've talked to you guys about is that he just gave too many of his courses away for free. So anyway, moving forward. Bulk style. What do we want to change this to? Once you set your course URL, it cannot be changed. Bulk style. That's easy, right? Easy to remember. Yeah! Awesome! All right, guys. So supposedly, the course quality checklist. What does that mean? So the course is submitted, guys. So in 2 days, theoretically, unless there's some huge glaring issue. But as far as I know, they just look through to make sure, do your videos have audio? Are you like nude or naked in any of them? There's no like huge problem here, right? Because most Udemy courses, like, they're literally just PowerPoint presentations. So this is a really personable course with a lot of face and character and personality, right? So anyway, all right. Yeah, look at this. We're talking about things like HD video, good audio, 5 lectures, and at least 30 videos of content. Oh, gracias. Okay, cool. All right, guys. I will see you. Bye-bye.